Keke, what do we say about Sibongile breaking her silence on GBV? Based on the things that she said, did anything that she laments on or about make any sense at all? Or she's just a woman who's just seeking attention, who thinks she knows what she's talking about, but she doesn't. And yeah, and I'm actually asking this. One, it doesn't really matter. I'm not asking for your validation. All right, I'm not asking for your validation in what I said. I'm asking for your response to what I said so that we have this conversation. So whether I spoke nonsense or not, what is your nonsense or not in response to that nonsense or not of mine? Yeah.
Right,
Yeah. Sibongile.
let me spill my nonsense.
Yeah. Or not.
Or not. Well, I think you're very brave. It was very brave of you. And you took a different direction to most people's perspective.
Perspective, yeah.
Towards GBV. Because GBV to people is men beating up women. And we have these feminists that are advocating for that, and men are hashtag trash. I think you gave light to it, to a point that you made people aware that it's not one-dimensional kind of thing. You know, it's actually diverse. Many people are hurting from this GBV and not even aware of it. You know, and I think it was very brave of you to do so. Because you touch a lot of sensitive subjects. You know, you touched on marriage, family, the government too, and that is very sensitive. That's why they don't even talk about that. Yes.
Opening Pandoras Box.
There we go.
Yeah. Is there any part that you feel resonated with you?
Everything. Really.
One person can be that good.
I think it can. One man can change the world. That's what Kanye West said.
Yeah. Oh, hey, okay.
Yeah.
Look, all I'm saying is, I believe that men and women were created to coexist. I believe that men and women are a unit.
True.
That is a force to be reckoned with.
Yes.
And that is why all these systems have been designed, from the systematic white supremacy to any other thing that still speaks to that anyway.
Yeah.
That particularly a black man and a black woman must never come together.
Yeah.
Because they are that force to be reckoned with.
True.
That's what I believe, from what I have learned.
Yeah.
I also come from a Christian background that changes unto. I'm going to say it. That changes unto to accepting a whole lot of other things. That in church, I was taught that my family is the people from church. It's the people from church. So much so that when I did not agree or have a good relationship with my siblings or my cousins or the members of my personal family, it didn't matter because I had a family out there. Uyayibona leyo shift already. Now it comes through what? Religion.
Yeah, yeah. I see where you go.
Yeah. 29 years. I know what I'm talking about. Jonga, I don't care what you say right now. I know what I'm talking about. 29 years. And that's why I have authority to speak. 29 years I lived this thing. That's my life, bruh. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. It's my life. And I look back and I think, sure, smorgasbord. When my eyes got open, I almost literally went mad.
Yeah, because everything went against everything that you
Yes.
believed in and everything that you've been taught.
As a Christian, I was a rebel, rebellious child as a Christian. Anyway, I was a rebel.
Yeah.
So you can imagine ke ngoku xa sendifumana uba hayi bo tshini thiza yintoni kanti le nto itheni into into ayithi ndaqomba yhu ndiyaphambana phantse ndaphambana ke phantse ndaphambana nyani.
Hectic.
Yeah, when I went through the process of unlearning, but I'm unlearning, but it feels so strange because I'm betraying some life that I lived.
True, yeah.
That self-confrontation you were talking about,
Yeah.
that 30 minutes in the mirror, and you begin to realize that, gosh, I've been a fake. And I started calling one of my friends and I said, I'm no longer a Christian. I said, oh, hallelujah. I'm like, but why didn't you say this to me all this time?
Yeah.
You know, the kindness that came from there, but he was also authentic. He said to me, you see, Sibongile, when you were a Christian and nobody could tell you otherwise. But you see, you did not impose that on other people. You still let people be themselves around you.
True.
And I was like, oh, okay, so I wasn't that bad after all.
We're both Christian.
Yeah. So we understand that then you leave that life of thinking that your family is other people's but yours.
True.
That you don't have the time to work on the problems within your own family because somebody has told you, actually, you have another family out there.
That's true.
Yeah, but
That's true.
so you as a man, we are in a relationship. You beat me up. I'm separated from you. To protect me from you. Okay? Yes, I'm protected. I'm empowered. I am now bengukuthanda, by the way. Besithandana, for crying out loud.
True.
So I'm separated from you. This guy is a trash. This guy can Yeah, stay away. It's bad. You're brainwashing, da. It's bad. But what's going on with you? And for me, that's the part that I'm saying. What's going on with you, Keke? While I'm separated from you, protected from you, when I was going. And again, I put okay, gender-based violence, let's protect men, I trust these people. Where's Alanga, Keke? Because Naki protected from Gege and I'm empowered and Kutrambus Funela, you can stay away. Gege still goes on.
True.
To other women.
This one happens.
Because Gege is trash. Again, Gege is. Am I correct to see this way? Or maybe there's something I don't know that happens out there. Maybe when women are protected from men, there's something that happens to men to try and rehabilitate them or try and find out what the problem is and
Well, to be honest, you're quite right. Remember, I said trauma response. We look for situations that we're going to act out the trauma on, and that's how we find healing. But most of the times, we don't get the healing because we take the wrong path. It goes to self-introspection. We don't do that. We're not honest with ourselves. So here I am. uh, broken, frustrated, stressed, and going through a breakup, what do I do? I go to the liquor store, I call a couple of friends, we go partying, I get drunk, I see another woman, and then I go act out my trauma. So that's what happened. The healing never takes place. Because what am I doing? I'm running away from my problems. Because it's too much. I can't confront myself. But yet, I'm a man.
Yeah.
So that's the problem. Self-introspection, building relationship with thyself, like being honest with yourself.
So do you think it would then result in you saying when you meet a woman, you tell this woman, if of course you are sure that this is the woman you want to be and they are sure they want to, at which point do you then say, look, I carry this trauma about me?
Usually,
I actually beat up women.
Usually that doesn't play out.
But do you think it would be the best thing to do? And tell this woman, because I beat up women.
Yes.
I grew up seeing my father beat up women.
Yes.
I grew up seeing my uncles and my brothers beat up women. And I think beating up women is cool. So if you mess with me because I'm a man, I'm gonna beat you up.
Well, they usually say it. But
do you think it's the best thing to do?
To speak out. We do speak out, but we take him for granted. We don't. How can you tell? Get low clap. We're not gonna get this guy. What's the chance? Get a monster and make a number. And then a situation comes up. And then I do what I said I'm going to do to you. And then there we are.
Does it help you?
Not at all. That's me running away from myself. Because if you cheat on me, that means you're not good for me. That means I must move myself away from you and go be with myself. Because I will never cheat on myself.
Wow.
And I won't lie to myself. Okay, other people do that, but I don't.
As men and women,
Yes.
we find ourselves thinking, not understanding our roles.
Yes.
As a man and a woman.
Yes.
And I'm not even talking about chores. I'm talking about roles as a man and woman. And you find people going on about, okay, if men can do it, women can also do it. If women can do it, men can also do it. Then we are square up. Square up.
Yeah. It's a current situation. Yeah.
What do you think about that? Is it really like that to be a man and a woman?
But I think people don't really understand what are the primary roles. Like the woman's nature is to nurture, and the male's nature is to provide. So if we understand the two, then we can find common ground. And yeah, I believe we can find common ground whereby a woman is providing and nurturing, where a man is providing and nurturing as well.
We'll talk about that some other time, because it's another topic on its own.
True that.
The roles of a man and a woman. And today, just to recap on some things that I can remember, that for me came out of this conversation, that it is, while we appreciate that we are schizophrenic, we need to begin on the mirror exercise. And once we do that, then there's a lot of ourself that comes out.
True.
That we then need to deal with. Accept, take, reject, fix, whatever.
True.
So that you become that better person for yourself first.
True. True that.
Yeah?
True.
And then we spoke about your response to the GBV,
Yes.
which I think you're being nice. That really we need to really employ another approach.
True, yeah, because the old one is not working.
It is, for many years. I mean, for as long as I can remember. I think maybe it's been 15 years now. GPVE popular.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but and it's for me, I don't think it's going anywhere. And we need to have these conversations where we begin to sit down as men and women and say, I'm on your side. Dude, I'm on your side. As a woman, I'm on your side. And as a man, you are able to say, woman, I'm on your side.
True.
Can we do this? It's almost like, we know. Now the veil is off. And we realize that we actually have a common enemy. This enemy that has separated us. And now it's time for us to begin to hold hands and say, dude,
let's fight.
This is happening because of this enemy. And that speaks to trauma, our ancestral trauma, our day-to-day traumas,
yes,
the brainwashing, the schizophrenia, the this and that, and the system. And then we realize that, gosh, we were actually designed to live together, to be this unit and a force to be reckoned with.
True.
So that we can then hold and hold each other's hand and forge a way forward for ourselves and get to a common ground.
That's right.
Wow, Keke, thank you so much for having joined us today. Thank you so much. Is there something you want to say to our viewers? Anything that you want to say that comes from you based on whatever it is that we said? You can pick anything that you can remember or anything that you want to say.
Well, there's one thing I would love to say is know thyself. Thank you.
Say that again.
Know thyself.
If you want to know what that means, you will ask on the comments. And Keke, I make sure that he replies. And let's continue to have this conversation. Sibongile here, initiating Insight with Sibongile. Until next time, take care.